What's everybody? It's Jason here from Film Fanatic Productions. Thank you all so much for coming to my channel today. So today, I'm giving you guys a new video. I know it's been about a month and a half since I posted a video, but I'm so excited to give you guys a video today. It's been a busy semester here at UNC School of the Arts, and we're getting into our spring break now. So I have a little bit of time to give you guys this video, and we're continuing our ongoing series where I watch every single Disney classic film. So if you guys don't know, last time I watched Alice in Wonderland, that classic from 1951. That was our 13th film on this ongoing series. But today we're fast forwarding 2 years into the 50s, and we're watching Peter Pan. That was released in 53. Now this one, it was based off of the obviously famous story by J.M. Barrie, Peter Pan, or the Boy Who Couldn't Grow Up was based off of. So that early novel from the 1900s. So that's a very, very popular novel, and it was adapted by Walt Disney, just one of many adaptations of it. And this one was directed by Hamilton Luce, Clyde Jerome, and Winfred Jackson. And I could go on about what each of these different directors did, but basically all of them basically did everything. All pre-processing films, each one of them had pretty much some hand in, so their accolades precede them. But yeah, this was actually quite a successful film in its time. And in terms of the voice actors and the cast of it, it features Bobby Driscoll, Catherine Beaumont, who you might know also played Alice in Alice in Wonderland. She plays Wendy in this one. So very, very powerful stardom that she was creating during this time in the 50s. All stars: Hans Connery, Bill Thompson, Heather Angel, Paul Collins, and so many more. And obviously, of course, music by Oliver Wallace, as he did for so many of the early classic films by the Walt Disney Company. But yeah, this film is about 77 minutes long, so just a little bit over an hour. One of the ones on the little shorter end. And yeah, it's been actually, this one actually I've seen a few times more recently than some of the other films in this list. So yeah, I'm excited to see I'm excited to rewatch it again today, because I know it's been about 4 or 5 years since I watched this one specifically. But yeah, so without getting too much into it, I'm gonna give it a watch, and I'll be back with my first thoughts. Alright then, so I just got done finishing Peter Pan, and I gotta say, I really felt the nostalgia watching that. I really, every scene that I watched, I distinctly can remember viewing that scene or loving that scene many times when I was a younger person. And this is still one of my favorite films, one of my favorite Disney films. And this is also, I consider, one of the classics, one of the very top echelon of those early films. And it's so great. It's the other half of the iconic Disney opening sequence that's appeared from every film over the decades. The first part of it was, of course, the theme, which is from Pinocchio, When You Wish Upon a Star. But then you have the iconic Over the Castle, the iconic Tinkerbell graphic. That is, of course, the other part of it, which makes that especially that logo so magical. It means so much to this company, and this is the film that where all got started from for that aspect of it. And yeah, it's just a really good film. And the one thing that I really noticed that I watching back is that the music in this really does stand out. I mean, Oliver Wallace, he's done many films beforehand, but the music in this one really sets itself out from the other ones, because every character has its own theme, and that adds so much depth to the scene. Whether it's Michael, or it's John, or it's Wendy, or Peter, or even the crocodile, that ticking theme of it really adds to the mood. And speaking of mood, I mean, that ticking theme, especially when Hook and Mr. Smee are plotting to kidnap Tinkerbell. That part there, when you the first introduction to the scene, and midway through the movie, when you see like the ship coming to view and the ticking comes in, it's the first thing you hear, and that just sets the mood. And that's just that scene really is a metaphor for what the music does in this film, because it's just so nice. You know, it's a classic orchestration, nothing really too like modern and new in terms of technology, but it just does such a good job and helping propel the mood of the story and give the audience a distinct experience through every character, which I really did enjoy, which I never really noticed before, because I've noticed all the fun moments and like the witty humor and even the fantastical imagery that we see, especially when they're all flying over London. That sequence alone is just so nice, and they're really starting to master the multiplane and what they can do with the multiplane, and as that's really getting into its golden age of using that multiplane, as our performance might start to come up, but this is really just a technical marvel of its time. And only 2 years after Alice in Wonderland, it's just building on top of it. And also, as I said before, there's a lot of storylines between this and Alice in Wonderland. I mean, you got multiple actors who are in that one, who are in this one too. You got Mr. Smee, who played the White Rabbit, who has that iconic I'm late voice that everyone knows, and he's in this one too as Mr. Smee, and plays just such a fun role and such an interesting role too. And yeah, and also obviously a whole lot of the animators, all the directors were all part of that one too, this one too. But also even Catherine Beaumont, she does just a great job in this one too, as playing as Wendy too, and just that sense of wonder, the wonder that we all had as kids and we all can have in our lives. It's just represented her and also represented in Peter Pan himself. And yeah, this was a great film. I always love watching this one too. It's one of my favorites, and definitely one of the top ones that's most often rated as people's favorite, if not their favorite one. They're one of the greatest ones. But yeah, it wasn't really, but but it's grown a lot upon a lot of us over the past decades and decades. As this just celebrated last year its 70th anniversary of this film, so it definitely has a legacy that is truly outlasts the film and its characters. And even some of the parts that I really didn't age well, especially with the very mean-spirited representation of Native Americans or things like that. I really don't want to go into that because it was just so. I didn't even want to watch that part because it was just so over the top in its just portrayal, and it's just like just lunacy. That's not what Disney's about. I feel it was a different time, but it just doesn't represent what the film overreaching means. So even though some of the parts didn't age as well as it did, it's still a great film, and I know it's just such a, I said before, it's like one of the classic films that audiences have come to love. And yeah, but beyond that, some of the songs besides the one I was talking about earlier, some of the songs like "You Can Fly" and ones like "Never Smile at Crocodile," and those ones, even though Your Mother and Mine is such a beautiful song, and that was just sung by Catherine Beaumont, and she does a great job with that one too. And I think that's really a moment where she solidifies herself as one of Disney like great actors and voice actors too. And it's such a lovely scene, that one too. And yeah. I think for me, when we were watching it, the thing that really stole the show for me, as like I said before, was a crocodile, and how much of his personality really came like out into the funness of the film, and especially that scene when he's chasing Hook in the cave, and lagoon. That part felt like the last scene in Pinocchio with the whale. That's how it felt like. It was really intense. I mean, it was super intense. I mean, it just felt like I was listening to headphones, just the sound effects, all the pounding, and just all the different sound effects, and just the stuff just comes out of nowhere. It's just so like I can't imagine how much audiences must have saw this or listened to it when it first came in theaters back in 53, 71 years ago now. But yeah, it's just a great film to watch. Definitely one you guys should go watch. It's as good as film as any Disney one to watch. And yeah, so that was Peter Pan, the 14th film on our ongoing series, where I'm going to watch every single Disney classic film. And if you guys didn't realize, in some other Disney news, since we're at it, we're getting a few new Disney movies this year. We're getting Inside Out 2, which has having its trailers been releasing over the past few weeks, and we're getting Moana 2. That's releasing this November, and that's going to be, I believe, the 60th. I believe, if I'm correct, that's going to be the 63rd. Yeah, 63rd Disney anime classic. So yeah, so we're just trucking along. We're only at 14 right now, but we're going to eventually get there. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna finish the entire series, no matter how long it takes. I'll eventually finish the series for you guys and just marvel these movies, have fun with it. But the next one we're gonna watch, the 15th one, is gonna be the classic Lady and the Tramp, and that one, I'm quite sure I've seen it. I obviously have seen like some iconic scenes, like obviously the iconic scene with the spaghetti and like the meatballs, and that kind of iconic scene that everyone knows. But when we watch it, I'm about to see it because if I remember any of it, because beyond that, I really don't remember much of it. If I haven't really seen it at all, so definitely wanted to watch as we get, or once we get to that one in a few weeks' time. But yeah, so that's all I have you guys for you guys today. Hope you guys have a great day. Enjoy it. If you guys are on spring break, as well as I am as well, or if you guys are taking vacations midway through the end of midway through winter as we head into spring now, hope you guys enjoy it. And if you want to, go watch Peter Pan with some family and friends, because it definitely is one of the best Disney films out there. So yeah, hope you guys have a great day. Don't forget to comment below if you like this video or any comment suggestions on things I should react. And stay tuned for more content from Film Fanatic Productions. Hope you guys have a great day. And always, remember, become a film fanatic.